Traverse City theater scene welcomes filmmaker Chadd Harbold in discussing his new film, Asshole.
A friend of mine from film school, Brian Gaynor. It's called Asshole. It's a short comedy about a guy that goes to the doctor and finds out that he's an asshole. And it stars Gavin McInnes, who's the creator of Vice magazine, and he's just a hilarious guy, comedic genius, I think. And it's a very improv-y kind of fun dialogue comedy, and we're playing here at the festival with Registered Sex Offender by Bob Byington, which is also a very hilarious movie. It was our first film out of college. We had made some student films at NYU, and then we kind of got a group of filmmakers going together, and we started a production company, and Asshole was the first film we've made. We've since made other films, and we're actually making a sequel to Asshole in a few weeks called Prick, that's about him and a prostitute.
What's your duties on the project? Are you the writer-director?
I was the director. My friend wrote it, but it was kind of a three-way collaboration overall between him, myself, and the actor. And for the sequel, we're kind of all sort of sharing credits. It's written by the three of us, directed by Brian and I, and starring him.
What's the length of the movie?
It's only 10 minutes. It's essentially just a kind of one-scene comedy. It's about him going to the doctor's office and just kind of being generally unpleasant, and he eventually the doctor gets to the root of his problems, which is his asshole that just gives him all kinds of problems, like, you know, it hurts, it's hairy, it's itchy, he gets sweaty, all this kind of stuff.
Did it take a lot of deliberation to come up with the name for the movie?
No, it was pretty easy. If you see the film, that's pretty much the only thing it could be called. Actually, the writer's mother was adamant that we just could not call a film that, and that it was just not allowed. And we were like, by who? Like, says who? You know? And so no, I mean, it's actually served us well, because not only is it very memorable, but it begins with an A, so it's the first one that comes up.
So if this was a Hollywood movie, what would they rate this movie of yours?
It's definitely rated R, perhaps, and even NC-17. It has some pretty horrific language in it.
Is this your first movie being screened in a film festival?
Yeah, like I said, it's probably, I would call it my fourth movie, but the first three no one cared about, so they tend to call this one the first one. That's fine. It premiered at Sundance in January, and it's just been
okay.
Here.
So this is the second festival that Asshole has appeared at.
Fifth or sixth.
Okay. When you first found out that your movie had been accepted into a film festival, where were you at the time, and what did you feel like?
I'm actually from Ohio originally, and I was home in Ohio. They call you the night before Thanksgiving, which is nice. And I actually was seeing Australia with my parents, and I don't know if you've seen it.
What'd you think of Australia?
Well, I don't know if you've seen it, but it's about 9.5 hours long, and so I got a missed call during that movie. I had to call them back, the next week when the movie was finally over, and I was in the car on the way home, and they said, congratulations, you're in the festival. So it was very exciting. I was thrilled. We kind of submitted it on a whim. We were kind of finishing it up at the beginning of September, and I was kind of just looking around and saw, the Sundance deadline is in 2 days. I guess I'll just overnight them in DVD. Why not?
Of all the movies that you've seen in your lifetime, what movie would you say would be the one that you're the most envious of and wish that your name was listed as director of that film?
I don't know. That's a pretty tough question, because if I was listed as director, I'll bet it wouldn't be quite as good.
With the same, with the same quality of the movie, but your name was attached to it?
I'm not sure. One of the movies we really looked at a lot with this movie is called Buffalo '66 by Vincent Gallo from 1998, I think. That just kind of similarly had a very, they like to call them unsympathetic characters. I really like unsympathetic characters and
pathetic characters.
Yeah, and ones that are mean and kind of on the fringes, and because I think that there's always something that they're hiding, and that's what I always liked about the script and tried to bring out in the direction.
Do you like Mamet?
Yes, yeah. I like Glenn Ross quite a bit. I think that has a similarly like kind of masculine sort of these fronts that these people put up, and I think that was sort of what the character was, what drew me to the character.
So any ideas on a feature length, a full feature length? Do you have that in mind?
Yeah, we're doing it's an incredibly small movie. Asshole is we made it for like $1,000. It took an afternoon to shoot. It takes place in one room, so it's not. It was a call. It's done well for us. It's been great. It doesn't exactly prove we can make a feature film. We know we can. But we're going to make a sequel that's a little bit of a bigger film, longer, more characters, more scenes, etc., bigger budget. And in the process during that time, we were also writing a feature, which is not necessarily the same character, but it's for that same actor, and his kind of built around his persona.
What venue is Asshole playing at?
It's playing at the Opera House tonight, and it played at the Playhouse last night at midnight.
Okay, I have one last question for you, Chadd. What would you say would be the main reason why audiences should come and watch Asshole?
Because it's really fucking funny.
How funny?
It's very, very funny.
Are people going to have a better perspective of their own anatomy after this movie?
They certainly will, yes. Absolutely. It's just, I don't know, I've never been as, I'm usually not so confident about my films, but this one, people just seem to really like. It's a crowd pleaser, it's fun, it's dirty. If you like raunchy, rated R humor, you'll like it.
Chadd, you're our kind of guy. It's been a real pleasure talking to you, and I wish you the best of fortune in your movie career.
Thanks
it's great talking to you. Thank you very much.
No problem. My pleasure.